Mediterranean migrants crisis. Why is Africa silent? In our series of letters from African journalists, Ghanaian Elizabeth Ohene considers why African leaders have been so silent about migrants' deaths. At both ends of the African continent, there is macabre trauma being played out over migration. At the southern tip of the continent, poor black South Africans have risen up against poor black immigrants from African countries. They want them to go back to their own countries. At least 7 people have been killed. There has been reaction from almost every part of the continent. Threats have been issued to South African businesses. There is general outrage. African countries help black South Africans fight apartheid, and Africa expected some gratitude in return. According to the South African High Commissioner to Ghana, there have been threats to burn down her High Commission in the capital, Accra. In Ghana, the main opposition party has accused the government of a meek reaction to the events in South Africa. Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe, current chairman of the African Union, has had some choice words to say on the matter. Meanwhile, at the other end of the continent, at the northernmost tip, desperate young Africans are drowning in the Mediterranean whilst trying to get to Europe. In the past 2 weeks, about 1,000 people have drowned in the seas between North Africa and the southern coast of Italy. The European Union has had an emergency meeting on the matter and announced measures they intend to take. The measures seem to amount to: we will not open our doors to African migrants, no matter how many of them drown trying to enter Europe. Nothing more. The Pope has had something to say, and human rights activists around Europe have all made pronouncements on the humanitarian disaster that is taking place off the Libyan coast. Everybody has had something to say except the African leaders, who,